Hello and thanks for joining us on the news update. I'm Esther Mwachuku. A former governorship aspirant of the All Progressives Grand Alliance in Enugu State in the just concluded 2023 general elections has been found dead. The deceased, Dons Ude, was declared missing last Saturday. Mr. Ude was said to have been found dead at 9th Mile Corner in Udi local government area of Enugu State, southeast Nigeria. His vehicle was also reported to have been recovered. Now, before he was declared missing, Mr. Ude was reportedly not responding to calls to his telephone line, which raised fears that he might have been abducted. He was a former secretary of the People's Democratic Party in the state. Sources say his phone was later found by the wall of the Ogui police station. This raised more fears that he might have been in trouble. His wife, who had been trying to reach him on the phone, was later informed that the phone had been found. The distressed wife was said to have reported at the station where she narrated that she had been unable to reach her husband on the phone. It is not clear, for now, if the politician was a victim of kidnapping. The police spokesperson in Enugu State, Daniel Ndukwe, confirmed the death of the politician in a statement on Wednesday night. Mr. Ndukwe, a deputy superintendent of police, said the victim's decomposing body was found on Tuesday at about 11 p.m. in a bush at 9th Mile bypass. The police spokesperson also confirmed that the victim had been missing since Saturday when he left his residence in the Enugu metropolis in a white Toyota Highlander SUV to an undisclosed location. Mr. Ndukwe said there were marks of violence on the victim's body which, according to him, strongly suggested he was murdered. He said the victim's body was deposited in a mortuary for preservation and medical autopsy after being confirmed dead by a doctor in a hospital. Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police in Enugu State, Ahmed Amani, has ordered police operatives from the Homicide Section of the State Criminal Investigation Department and tactical squads to investigate the murder of the victim. Nigeria will spend about $1.2 million on the hiring of luxury buses that will transport its stranded citizens from Khartoum, the Sudanese capital, to Egypt. The citizens will then be airlifted from Egypt to Nigeria. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, said this while addressing journalists at the State House, Abuja, at the end of Wednesday's meeting of the Federal Executive Council, chaired by President Muhammadu Buhari. Nigeria has already commenced the evacuation of its citizens from Sudan following the recent fighting between security agencies in the North African country. The minister said the price for the hiring of the buses was hiked by the providers because of the risk involved. In his comments, the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Zubairu Dada, disclosed that no Nigerian has been killed in Sudan since the conflict broke out on the 15th of April. The violence has pitched Sudan's regular army against a paramilitary group, the Rapid Support Forces. The RSF is led by an Army General Mohammed Dagalo, while the Sudanese army is led by another general, Abdel Al-Burhan. Over 400 people have been killed since the fighting began in Sudan. Mr. Dada said the Nigerian government was making every effort to evacuate as many Nigerians as possible during the 72-hour window provided by the Sudanese government. He also disclosed that some Nigerians have already been evacuated by ship by the government of Saudi Arabia. Over 1,000 people arrived in Saudi Arabia by ship from Sudan on Wednesday, with the majority of them being foreigners. President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Tuesday met with Mukhtar Battara, a member of the House of Representatives from Borno. The meeting was held at the residence of the president-elect in Abuja. Although the details of the discussion have not been made public, the meeting is not unrelated to the speakership bid of the All Progressives Congress lawmaker. Ahmed Lawan, Senate President, Kayode Fayemi, former governor of Ekiti, and Dapo Abiodun, governor of Ogun, were among those present at Tinubu's residence at the time the meeting took place. Battara, who represents Biu Kwaya Kuseri Shani Biofederal Constituency of Borno, chairs the Appropriation Committee of the House of Representatives. He is one of the top contenders seeking to succeed Femi Gbajabiamila as Speaker. Already, some rep-elects and former lawmakers have declared support for the speakership bid of the lawmaker. Now, the Federal Executive Council has approved 32.4 billion naira for the completion of the National Library headquarters in Abuja. Goodluck Opia, Minister of State for Education, spoke on Wednesday while briefing journalists after the FEC meeting at the presidential villa. The National Library headquarters has been under construction since 2006, with the project costing billions of naira. Opia said the revised amount for the completion of the project, which is about 32.4 billion naira, has been approved by FEC. Also speaking, Lai Mohammed, Minister of Information and Culture, said FEC approved the sum of 1.398 billion naira for the completion of the second phase of the Uto Bridge in Delta State. The minister said the contract was awarded in 2006 but has yet to be completed, stating further that the federal government was committed to finishing the project before the administration winds up. Pope Francis took unprecedented decisions on Wednesday for a pivotal bishops' meeting for the first time, giving women the right to vote. The pontiff approved modifications to the norms governing the Synod of Bishops, a Vatican body that gathers the world's bishops together for periodic meetings. Changes also include allowing the participation of 70 non-bishop members, half of them women, at the synod set for October 10. They too will have a vote. Ever since the Second Vatican Council, the 1960s meeting that modernized the Church, popes have invited bishops from all around the world to Rome for a few weeks at a time to discuss specific issues. At the end of the meetings, the bishops vote on particular proposals and put them to the Pope, who then prepares a document paying regard to their ideas. Catholic women's groups have long criticized the Church for regulating women to a secondary role. They praise the Pope's changes as steps in the right direction. And that is a wrap of the news update right here on Voice of the People television. My name is Esther Mwachukwu. Just subscribe on our YouTube channel at Voice of the People TV, on our social media handles at VOP TV Live. Good morning. Thank you for listening.